2020, Exam 1, Question 10, Networks and Decision Making. Now the bit you've all been looking forward to, critical path analysis with crashing. Now we could have done a forward and backward scan and done all the boxes and stuff, but there's actually only 3 possible paths on this. So let's just look at those 3 possible paths, work out the time, and then we'll do this crashing stuff, and then we'll see which of these statements is true. Sorry for the tiny writing, it's the only way to get it to auto-fit. So let's do this top path, which I'm going to do in green. So this top path here, that is 16. I'm going to do the middle path for all you Buddhists out there. That is 21. Then I'm going to do an orange path, which is this bottom path. I'm going to just did I pass these numbers and stuff like that? Whoa. And that is 25. So currently our total to complete the activity is 25. Now it says here that we can reduce activity F to 3 weeks. So this becomes 3 now. Now you might realize that then that changes this to 22, but that doesn't mean it's reduced by 3 because it then says, and this is the trick to this one, that workers in H and F can't be working at the same time. So currently they're working at the same time, so you've got to think about there might be another path happening here. And if we start reading some of these statements, it says the completion time will be reduced by 1 week if F is completed before H is started. So you got to go F and then up to H. It's almost like you're sticking a dummy in there. So let's do that path as a red path. So we're going to go down here, up here, across to F, and then we're going to jump across to H and then do H and then I. And if you add all that up, you get 24. And that you can see is a difference of 1, which means A is correct. If you do F then H, even by reducing the F by 3, the total time has only been reduced by 1. And so A is the correct answer. And that means B is wrong because it says if you do that, it'll be 3. And a lot of people did that because they looked at this 22 compared to the 25 rather than the 24 compared to the 25. All right, it's a question 10, it's the last question, so it's going to be a bit tricky. So what else is going on here? Let's look at the C, D, and E. The completion time will be reduced by 1 week if H is completed before F. Now that gets a bit tricky because if you do H, you've got to go along here to H, then round back to F, and then across that path here. So that path I'm going to do in purple. That's like going along here, H, then looping around to here, and then going across here. And so you've got to add up all those numbers, which you've probably scribbled all over and you have to squint at. And I think that gets me 23, which is a difference of 2, but that says 1 week, so it can't be C. The completion time will be reduced by 3 weeks if H is completed before F is started, so that's gone to 1 and that's gone to 3. We said it was 2. And then E says the completion time will be increased by 3. No, that's not true either. So a bit of a tricky crashing problem. Note that the strategy was there's some 3 simple paths actually that you were looking at, and then you looked at the crashed path. That was probably the easiest approach to do that. I hope they give you multiple diagrams. It gets messy, doesn't it?